Hey audience, thank you for dropping by. Today we're going to have a look at a special little box that came in. And generally I don't really collect the smaller movie scale turtles. I do have these 16-inch tall ones, the 1/4 scale edition. But I do like to collect all the characters that were in either the Archie comics or the video games, and of course the original 87 cartoon. This guy here was the final boss in, well, not the arcade, he was the final boss in the Super Nintendo version of Turtles in Time and also Hyperstone Heist. So that's why I had to get him in my collection. And without further ado, let's take a look at Super Shredder. And here we have the box with, at the front cover, a beautiful poster image of the second film. Got Super Shredder here at the bottom, just in case you didn't know what character was in here, because they are keeping it obscure on the front, kind of. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, Secret of the Ooze. Got a nice promo shot on the side. Different shot on this side. Just again, the title at the top. Just some stupid product details at the bottom. And a beautiful promo shot at the back, including the scene with the turtles at the dock. I always hoped he would do more than he actually did in the film, because that's actually pretty bad. He did more in the video game than he ever did in the film. But I digress. Let's see, because while you don't really see much at the front of the box, you can open it up and you have a beautiful promo shot on the inside, and of course the figure on display right there. Alright, let's get this boy out of his box. And there we have him, ladies and gentlemen, Super Shredder. I'll put a little comparison to his film suit right next to it, just to see how well it looks. And from the looks of it by myself, I think it looks spot on. He is gorgeous and he is big. He is really big. I'll put a comparison shot with the other figures I have there in a moment. But first, let's take a look at the accessories. He does, of course, come with 5 additional hands. He's got his little fisty hands right there. Just fists, they can't hold on to anything. Got his tiny gripping hand for his weapon. Then he's got this open hand for pushing down dock pillars and crushing himself. It's the same for his other side, another grippy hand for his weapon, and the open palmed pushy hand. And for the left we also have an additional grabby hand, which is slightly bigger and is for a different accessory to hold. Put those hands off to the side, for he comes, of course, with a TGRI Ooze canister. It looks really nice, silver painted, sticker on top of here. Nice green color in, representing the Ooze. Let's see if he can actually, nice. He can just hold it in his hand like that really easily. No problems getting it in. And of course he also comes with his halberd. Now, I don't actually remember this weapon from the movie itself. Did he have this? Was this something from the video game perhaps even? Or is this just something he had a shredder himself somewhere? Because I did remember he had the spear in the first film, which he actually used to fight the turtles. To switch the hands, you can just... Ooh, he is tight. You can just wriggle the hands a little bit. It was really tight. That's a really tight fit. Alright, let's try this one more time. Ah, there. That's a tight fit. But you can just plop them out like that, just like that, no problem whatsoever. And push this one in. Getting them in was actually a lot easier. Now let's see how he is with articulation. We got, of course, a wrist swivel. It's got the elbow joint. Which also can swivel. His armor is a little bit in the way, but he can move his arm out that much at least. That much to the front, that much to the back. Same will be for the other arm. Oh, you can also swivel at his blade things. Then for the head, he can't do a full 360. His armor gets in the way. Oh, there he goes. Oh, you just gotta play a little bit with it, but he can do the full turn. He can look down that far. He can look up that far. Let's just take the spear out of his hand because it gets a little bit in the way. He's got a beautiful swishy cape. It's just fabric, so no posing that with like a metal wire or anything, unless you want to add your own. It's a fairly big cape. It just falls straight down like this. Now for the legs, we got the foot can go up and down. Can go up that far, down that far. Now he should be able to turn just below the knee, I think. Or actually he doesn't. No. If you want to turn the leg, you can only do so above the knee. His split goes about this far. Which is, it's decent enough for posing. And his leg can go forwards this far and backwards this far. He's got a rubbery butt. And he's got a double jointed knee, so that's pretty nice. I almost forgot, he does have, of course, very limited at the waist, or he's a bit... yeah, he can turn almost completely this far. He's a little bit tough there, and he does have... But it's just, this is like... It's not much of an ab crunch, but... It does allow him to go like that. Now, will he keep standing in poses? That's the question. Let me just pose him up here and find out what he can do. He poses fantastically. He's nicely balanced. Oh, that makes him fall over, but he's easy to pose. He doesn't lose balance. The joints are really nice and easy to move. Because I've had a few turtle figures that were like really rough. But he keeps a nice balance, which is really cool. Then let's compare him to some other figures I've got. Here we have him with another character that was also in the video games, Turtles in Time. I actually can't remember if he was in Hyperstone Heist, but I know for sure he was not in the arcade game. It was some sort of stupid like mud monster. I'm not sure if it was an actual character. I don't remember it from the show or comics at all, but Slash, he's one of my favorite characters, especially from the Archie comics. He is just fantastic. Here we have him with the regular cartoon Shredder for comparison, along with Krang and his Walker machine. Sadly, I don't have the Android Krang body yet. There's no pre-orders for it in Europe as far as I know, but I hope to get that one in the future as well. But here we can really see like he's about... The regular Shredder is about 2/3 his size. Here we have him with Bebop, Rocksteady, and a foot soldier, because why not? You can still see that despite Bebop and Rocksteady being pretty big themselves, that he still towers above them. Which is pretty cool, because I think this was also in the video game with the Turtles, where he's about twice as tall as the final boss. And with that, let's go to our final comparison with, of course, the Ninja Turtles. Let's put a little comparison with how big he was in the video game in the Turtles, and I think that fits pretty well actually. He's about twice their size. And I think it also actually works pretty well with how the Turtles themselves are very colorful and bright. And Super Shredder is still very like shaded and while giving him more realistic appearance, like because he's from the movie, not the cartoon. But it still fits with the aesthetic, I think, like from the video game as well, where you had a lot of shading compared to the very bright sprites of the Turtles. So all in all, this is a fantastic figure. I purchased mine here at tfrobots.nl here in the Netherlands. An excellent store. I can really recommend them. And that's pretty much all I have to say for now. Thank you for watching, really appreciate it. I don't often review toys, but I do for the ones that I want to add to my personal collection. So if you want to see more, please subscribe, leave a like, and I'll see you next time.